Excited. Last one. You know what? It's crazy. Before we get into that, hey, listen, folks that have been rocking with us, appreciate you rocking with us. I'm Tim Turner. I'm the head football coach at the Champaign Central High School, alongside my co-host, Mr. Charles Watkins. Listen, for all disclosure purposes, production ain't here tonight, so we just get to have our own show. I'm not sure if everything gonna go right or everything gonna go wrong, but it don't matter. We're gonna have some fun. We've been rocking all month in honor of Black History Month. It is Chief Pigskin Salute. We're here to recognize, energize, and socialize. We've been sponsored by QB School. The QB School is the home of the best football analysis on YouTube. 8 million viewers and over 100,000 subscribers have watched as JT O'Sullivan, former 8-year NFL QB with a PhD, break down football. In addition, a new QB School course entitled Master Course Protection, a QB Lens, is available right now. A free Pass Pro quiz will test your knowledge and rank you. It's linked right down here. Also, listen, we have Chief Pigskin is blowing up. Check us out on clinic.chiefpigskin.com or store.chiefpigskin.com. Both has great content. And listen, we've been having a great time this month, Coach. Tell us a little bit about what's been going on. How you been doing, man?
Coach, it's been exciting, man. I'm thankful for all the coaches that we had on this month. And it's truly a blessing. I learned a lot. I hope our viewers learned a lot. I know you said you've been taking some nuggets there, so.
Yes, sir. Listen,
it's been
I've been stealing. I've been stealing.
And the good thing about it, though, too, we learned a lot about Black history.
Yeah. Yes, we have. A great deal. So listen, we're a live show, and as live things happen, we got to just roll with it. Right now, I do believe my camera is frozen, so I don't know if y'all can see my handsome face the way y'all should see it, but we're going to get that figured out here in just a second. Until then, listen, we're going to jump right into it, Coach. If you don't mind, we're going to jump right into this thing. Listen, here's what I'm going to do. I'll let Coach in, and then you guys chat a little bit. I'll figure out this camera situation, and then we'll roll
Absolutely,
on. Okay?
Coach. Let's go.
All
Let's
right,
bring them in.
Let's do it. Let's get it. Tonight's guest is Coach Kerry Grigsby. Coach is from Concordia, St. Paul, right? That's you all's. What do they call it? They don't call it a sister school. What do they call it?
They call it sister brother school. It is, and they're there. So they're D2. We're D3.
Okay.
There's different ones, different divisions. So, but hey, Coach, how you doing, man?
Coach Watkins.
Coach Grigsby.
Coach,
how you doing, sir? Hey, listen, I don't know if you can see me or not. I'm Tim Turner. I'm the head football coach at Champaign Central High School in Champaign, Illinois. I know you and Coach Watkins know each other a little bit. Listen, you guys chop it up for 2 or 3 seconds while I figure out this screen, okay?
Coach, man, thanks again for coming on, dude.
Hey, Coach, thanks for having me. I don't do this a lot. Speaking in public is not always my strong suit, so I think this.
Well, I know, man, you're definitely up and coming, man, and I got to know you, since last year when you guys came to our camp, and I'm still thankful for that. But I wanted to give a special thank you because not everybody know, but I had you on another day, and then I forgot, right? Charge it to the brain, don't change it to the heart. And you were great. You were a great sport, so thank you for that. And then Monday happened, right? We get a storm. And now we got to push it back to Friday. So, man, I just want to say thank you. But as we get going, Coach, tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us about your story, kind of your football background and how you got into coaching.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm originally from San Diego, California. Born and raised, 2 siblings. Grew up in California most of my life. I lived in Louisiana for a little bit, but not very long. High school, football's been a part of my life my entire life. Grew up in a football family, not necessarily playing or coaching, but watching and enjoying the game. My mom loves the game. She surprises me sometimes with some of her knowledge, but I've played since I was 10 years old. Played all throughout high school, and when I graduated high school, right after my last game, my coach came up to me and said, "Hey, if you're ever looking for a coaching job, you let me know." And I think it was at that moment that I realized that I do love this sport, and I felt like I could Could definitely see myself coaching someday. So I went to junior college for 2 years after high school.
Video capture device
at Grossmont College. Now transferred to Concordia, Nebraska, where I played for 3 years. And from there, I just kind of always, despite thinking about, what I wanted to do as far as a career path, I got my undergrad in fitness studies, so I wanted to stick in sports medicine. But I just still always knew that coaching was something that I wanted to do. So I decided to apply to a bunch of graduate assistant positions. And Concordia, St. Paul blessed me and gave me an opportunity. Defensive coordinator and I talked for a while, and I ended up interviewing all in a week.
Video capture device.
The next day, got a phone call from the head coach, offered me the job. Took the job, and a week later, I was here, and fall camp happened the week after that. So it was a quick transition for me, but it's been a blessing ever since.
Kick family again.
2 years. I earned my master's degree, in exercise science.
Right now, I see me.
This past June, and I'm in my third season.
All right, gotcha.
It would have been my third season with Concordia, and like I said, it's been an absolute blessing. They asked me to come back after my GA, so I must have did something right.
Right.
And yeah, man, it's just kind of going from there. I coached defensive line for 2 years. I played defensive line most of my career. Played some outside linebacker a little bit, but most of my football career I was a defensive lineman. I love the trenches. I love D-line. I loved coaching it. Now I'm coaching inverts, so working with outside linebackers and safeties to improve my knowledge, but also help our defense in a different area. So.
Gotcha. So are you still a GA now, or are you in a different role?
No, so I'm in a different role. I'm not a GA anymore.
What, you big time now? What's going on?
Not big time. Not quite, coach. Not quite, coach. Not quite. Restricted earnings. So still part time, but like I said, a new role. The head coach. We talked last spring when I my GA was coming to an end, just as far as what my next step was going to be, and I thought that for myself as well as for my fiance, it was a good choice to stay here for at least another year, and get to experience the defense that we're running from a different angle, because I've played defensive line, I coach it, and so that was kind of where I was comfortable. But moving to the next level, it's definitely been a change for me, and it's allowed me to learn a lot more than I feel like I was up front, because obviously we're students of the game, and I love this game. I'm gonna watch it, and I try to find nuances and everything, but I think you just learn different when you're involved in another area, and I've always been told since I started coaching that the more positions you coach or the more positions you're involved with, the better you're going to be, because you're going to get a better understanding of the game, because you're responsible for that. So I think that's kind of where I am right now, is I'm getting a vision of the game that I didn't necessarily have before, and I think that's where it's really been good for me.
Sure. Hey, so Coach, I'm gonna take over a little bit just because, listen, I'm back.
Nice to meet you.
I apologize. It's nice to meet you as well. I apologize. We're a live show, so when you're live, anything can happen. So we're gonna have to go back a couple of steps because I need to get to know you a little bit. So how long you been coaching? Where'd you come from? Just a 30-second quick one for me.
Yeah, so I'm from San Diego, California. Shout out to 619. I'm from San Diego. I went to school in Nebraska, and I got a GA here at Concordia, St. Paul, Minnesota, before the 2018 season. So we didn't play this past fall, but this would have been my third season.
Gotcha. And it sounds like you're an inside backers?
Outside backers.
Or outside backers.
Yeah, outside backers, safeties.
Gotcha. And so is this your first coaching stint, or because you look like a young man? I'm guessing
Yeah.
You just got done playing.
Yeah, I graduated. My last season was 2017. I graduated in May of 2018 with my bachelor's degree. So yeah, this is my first coaching stint.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So what was the moment? When did you decide I'm about to be a ball coach.
So there were two. I was telling Coach Watkins earlier. When I graduated high school, I was, I'm very passionate. I was always, very passionate. I had, even to a fault when I was a kid, I had issues, man. Sometimes I didn't like losing at all, and so there were times when I would just go off and it, take me down a road that I didn't want to go. But it started, when I was a sophomore, and I'm, kind of frustrated with the team, and I think it was at that moment Coach made me a captain, just because he saw my passion and love for the sport and for just for our program. Like, if I'm going to put if I'm putting myself into it, I'm not going to waste my time. So I was a captain for 3 years, and then after my senior season, after we lost our playoff game, I went to shake my coach's hand, and he told me, "Hey, if you ever think about coaching football, come talk to me. I think you'll be good at it." And it was at that moment that I kind of thought to myself, like, I think that may be something that I want to do. So going into college, I decided to go into exercise science, more so thinking about being like an athletic trainer. That changed as I, continued through school. But the second time came when, I was at the end of my senior year, on to the last semester of my senior year, just kind of trying to figure out what to do, the ins and outs. I didn't really know what a GA was until I transferred to Concordia, Nebraska. So I didn't know a lot about it. I didn't know how to become one. So a lot of that knowledge was new to me. But once I found out, what I wanted to know as far as that, and I wanted to get my master's degree as well, it was a second epiphany where it was just like, okay, I know this is what I want to do. I don't need to think about it anymore.
Sure. So Coach, again, this is a live show. We got folks on the chat line checking in all the time. So I myself don't know what that path is like for GA, or even really exactly what that means. Can you elaborate a little bit?
Yeah. So GA is a graduate assistant. So essentially, what it is you're a graduate student. You're a coach, but you're also a graduate student. Not everywhere, but most places, they pay for your degree. I know some places it's partial, some places it's full. For me, it was full, which was an amazing blessing. And they also, again, some places give you a stipend. Every school I've learned is different, especially when I was filling out applications and things like that. Every school is different. Some schools, want you to stay on campus. Some schools, give you housing. Some schools don't. And so essentially, you're a graduate student, but while coaching football, and it's definitely a humbling ordeal for the fact that you're gonna work long hours. You get really like any starting job, whether that if it's coaching or if you're in a stipend position or in a just volunteer position. You're doing a lot of work. You're doing a lot of the grunt work. And really just doing things that other coaches need you to do. Not every GA gets to coach a position. I was blessed enough to be able to do that. I wasn't the head position coach. I was an assistant coach, but our head coach also worked elsewhere. So a lot of the time I was the one running the meetings. I was the one getting our practice plan together, setting up drills. And there were days where he couldn't make it in the fall or in the spring. So I would have to coach our position, and I think that that was definitely beneficial for me. So being a GA, it was it takes some dedication because you don't have a lot of time. And my beautiful fiance has stuck with me through that. I'm surprised that she rocked with me all through that. She'll tell you it takes a lot out of you. It takes a lot of time. A lot of dedication if you really want to do it, but I think that it's a great route to take.
Yeah, and I would say the route to go, right? And it's 50-50, I guess. But if you are going to go the GA route, the D3 and D2 level, I think is the way to go, because not only do you get the GA side of it where you're doing all the work, but you got your own room, and you're teaching those guys. You're with them one-on-one, so you're learning both sides. You're learning all the GA work, and you're learning the full-time side as well. Where I was blessed to have a GA opportunity at Rutgers, it was great. I learned a lot. I worked with some amazing coaches, but there were times where I was like, man, I miss having my own room. Man, I wish I had it, right? I was the second guy in charge, but sometimes you need to be the second guy before you can be the first guy. So it was definitely a blessing. But I will say, but that, that stipend and that housing is a lot different at that bigger level school than the lower level. So actually, I was 240 by the time I left Rutgers. It was eating good. We was living.
I gotta say, it wasn't that pleasant here. I'll tell you that right now.
Congratulations on getting your master's, man. That's an honor.
Yeah, thank you, absolutely.
And what was your major?
Exercise science.
Exercise science. Gotcha. Congratulations, my man. And then so obviously you're coaching now. You got yourself. What's your when you sit back and you are an old man like me, you got all this gray hair on your face and you sitting back outside on your deck with your barbecue grill fired up with your stogie in your mouth and you've made it. What's your end goal?
Ultimately, man, I always tell myself, and obviously, I've talked to older coaches, and some think this way and some don't, but I want to be coaching football until I can't, quite honestly, because like I said, I love this game. I always have. It's always been a part of me. It's a big part of me. I don't think I am where I am today without some of the coaches that I had, from Pop Warner through high school, through JUCO, through college, and some of the coaches that I've met recently. And so my end goal ultimately is to, one day I want to coach be the head coach and run a program. So that's something that, that I've definitely thought about. But I do it because of the impact, obviously I love the game, but the impact that I can make because I had that. That's really what drove me is I had coaches that impacted me when I was coming up and when I was playing, and I want to be that same thing. I want to be that person that guys feel like they can, 5-10 years later, remember that what Coach Griggs told them and the impact that I made on their lives. So when I'm finally hanging it up, I think that's what's really gonna be the thing that I think about. How many lives was I able to impact while I was doing this?
And that's the best feeling as a coach, right? Those guys invite you to the baby shower, weddings. But quick question, I need your help. All right, I need your help. You ready?
I got you.
Michael Jackson or Chris Brown?
It's Michael Jackson.
Let's go. It's not even close, right?
I'm sorry.
It's not even close. Listen. Somebody, listen. If Coach Watkins says Chris Brown's name one more time, I'm just gonna shut his whole camera off.
Hold up, Coach. That sounded a little suspect. We gotta
listen. I had a debate. It's been a long time back. I had a debate. It was Michael Jackson or Prince, right? Uh-huh. Me and some coach talking about it. I asked Coach Watkins, and Coach Watkins says Chris Brown. Like, dude, I will pull out my pocket knife and stab you right now.
That's the pioneer.
Listen.
Yes, sir.
And that's okay to be the pioneer, right? Because the second coming is always the best, right? You got Kobe.
Stop it. You don't even believe that.
Chris Brown over Michael Jackson. That's okay.
Watkins, you don't even believe that. Your whole face is twisted up when you're saying that because you don't even really believe that coming out of your mouth.
Hey, Take Me Down. That song right there is a classic. Take Me Down. That's all you need to play. You be set.
Rock with you. That's it. You don't even know nothing about it. All right, Coach Grigsby, I apologize that we have to deal with this right now. I ain't gonna say nothing else to him about it. I'm gonna just send him the link to Michael Jackson Rock with You later on. Hey. Right. Listen, Coach, as you can see, we like to have a little bit of fun. Yeah. We just here kind of hanging out a little bit. We got some folks on the chat line. Let me check in on the chat line a little bit and see what's going on over there real quick. Checking in, we've got some of our old standbys. Of course, Coach Allball, we call him Production. Production's here with us. We got David Thompson with us. We got Pops Allball with us. John Warren's checking in from Tulsa. Coach Gardner's here with us. And listen, these guys are just kind of hanging out. I think this is one of yours. I'm going to try to say it right. Drock Fitness. He says, yes, sir. Coach Grigsby, love you, bro.
Like one of your players, The Rock.
Yeah, that's one of your players. And then look like maybe a nephew, or I don't know. It's Jaden Hasley says, Uncle Kerry.
Yeah, that's my nephew.
I love it. That's what's up. Let's have a little bit of fun, Coach. We always have a little competition on here. And right now, this is our last show, and I think right now, Coach Watkins is at like 500, right? He's at like about 500. So you got to get the W, so he ain't the winner of this show, all right? Here's what we do. It's trivia. It's Black History questions. It's the best 2 out of 3. Okay? Nothing ends in a tie. Nothing ends in a tie. So if it's a tie, you got to get your rock paper scissors game together. Okay? You got to get it. You got to get it ready. Okay? Watkins says, "I will not lose." I love it. Hey, before we get started though, listen. I always like to drop a little bit of Black History fact. And this one is pretty interesting. Did you guys know the man who invented the first video game, Jerry Lawson, is the black genius who gave life to Atari, Nintendo, Sega Genesis, PlayStation, and Xbox when he designed the first household video game and cartridges in the 1970s.
Wow.
Nintendo, baby. Nintendo.
Wow.
You guys know anything about Nintendo?
I do.
Never. A little bit?
Let's go.
Listen, here's anybody that's on the chat line, please check in on this. Here's what I remember about Nintendo.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Look, and then them joints work like brand new right away.
That was the recipe right there.
Right. All right, look, let's check in on this game right quick, fellas. All right, let's see where my screen's at. I don't know. All right, again, production's on the run, so I'm gonna have to figure out what's going on here. All right, here we go. First one's up. Which of the following was not invented by a black inventor? Okay, 2 of them were, 1 of them wasn't. Was it the pencil, the fire escape ladder, or the baby buggy? Okay, 2 of them were invented by a black inventor, 1 wasn't. The pencil, fire escape ladder, or baby buggy?
Baby buggy.
Okay, Watkins says baby buggy. Grigsby, what you say, Coach?
I'm gonna say pencil.
Pencil? Okay, let's see. Says the fountain pen and the lantern were both invented by black inventors. Says the fountain pen and the lantern were both invented by black inventors. So you said it was the pencil, Coach?
Yes, sir.
All right, pencil wins. My bad. All right, so Joseph Winters invented this is saying lantern, but it's the latter. That's what threw me. I want y'all to know it's production's fault. If there's ever any mistakes, it's production's fault. Joe Winters in 1878 invented the ladder, and William Richardson in 1889 invented the baby carriage. All right, answer number 2.
Down. Okay.
Says Maurice Ashley was the first African American to be awarded the title of Grandmaster in chess in which year? The first black Grandmaster chess, which year? 1959, 1979, or 1999? 59, 79, or 99? First black Grandmaster in chess.
Is that like worldwide? Is that United States?
You know what? I'm not really a chess dude,
okay,
but I think it is the equivalent of whatever's like if you're a karate dude, black belt, is black belt the highest? I think Grandmaster is that kind of equivalent. You guys on the chat line, they'll check in, they'll tell me I'm wrong, and I'll tell you what it is, Coach. Right.
I'm gonna go. Is it 59?
59? Yep, 59's up there. You going 59, Watkins?
Give me the answers one more time.
All right, it's 59, 79, and 99.
We'll go 79.
79, all right, 59. Watkins say 59, Grigsby says 79. And the answer is 99. You're both wrong. It says Maurice Ashley is a Jamaican-American chess grandmaster, author, and commentator. In 1999, he earned the grandmaster title, making him the first black person to attain that the title of grandmaster. Ashley is well known as a commentator for high-profile chess events. He also spent many years teaching chess.
No way, man.
I've been telling myself I'm gonna learn to play chess for the last 5 years.
I've been telling myself that forever, but it's a lot easier to just play checkers. All right, so it's 1-0, right? 1-0. All right, last question. Be the first to name this black athlete. Okay?
Athlete?
Athlete. Yep, athlete. Grigsby. The way this works, I'm gonna just say it. As soon as you know who it is, scream it out.
I got you.
Okay? First one who says it. Okay. This man played professionally for 23 years.
Hank Aaron.
Hank Aaron. No. It is not Hank Aaron.
Oh. Dang.
Flex on him. Flex on him one more time, coach. All right. He started his career in the CFL as he was unselected in the NFL draft. Played professionally for 23 years, started in the CFL. He was not selected in an NFL draft.
Oh! Oh!
Okay, let's see. Nobody said
Warren
anything
Moon!
yet. Huh?
Warren Moon!
What? That's who it is. It's
Let's
Warren
go!
Moon.
I knew it was that.
It says Warren Moon began his professional career with the Eskimos in 1978 after going unselected in that year's NFL draft. His success during his 6 years in the CFL, 5 of which ended in Grey Cup victories, led him to being signed by the Oilers in 1984. Since Moon was named to 9 Pro Bowls, received first-team All-Pro honors in 1990, and made 7 playoff appearances.
What threw me off was because I was like, Doug Flutie started in the CFL, and then I was like, oh, it's a black guy. Warren Moon.
Right, it's got to be Warren Moon. All right, so for the record, yes sir, it's on and popping. That's 1-1. We don't leave anything in a tie. It's rock paper scissors.
All right,
Best of one.
And I know
Best of one.
Best of one. And here's how it goes, coach. Here's how it goes. So it's jank, but I say rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Shoot is 1 shot. Here we go.
All right.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. 1 shot. Grigsby wins. Grigsby wins.
Yes, sir.
Flex on him, coach. Flex on him. That's what's up.
If I had to lose to anyone, it would be to coach.
Yeah, it would be to this guy. I love it. Hey, so coach, we don't have a whole bunch of time left. We're gonna shoot a couple more questions at you, then let you get out of here. We really appreciate your time. Before we do that, though, let me shout out our sponsors. Sponsors been rocking with us all month long. Rocking with us. It's 12 shows, coach. We've been 12 nights live. Me and this man right here, live, talking ball. It's been a great time. Shout out to our sponsors. The QB School, home of the best NFL analysis on YouTube. 8 million views and over 100,000 subscribers have watched as JT O'Sullivan, a former 8-year NFL QB with a PhD, break down football. In addition, the new QB School course entitled Master Pass Protection, the QB Lens, is available now. And a free Pass Pro quiz will help test your knowledge and rank you. Check them out at qbschool.com. It's down there or over here, wherever production puts that kind of stuff. I don't know. I'm the talent. The talent don't have to know any of that. The talent just shows up and beats the talent. That's all I'm doing. Hey, listen. Also, check us out on Chief Pigskin. Chief Pigskin's got great stuff in the clinic. It's clinic.chiefpigskin.com. And once it's gone from the clinic, it moves to the store, store.chiefpigskin.com. Great content, lots of football information. Check us out.
And so, Coach, and hearing you earlier talk about that transition from being a D-line coach to now outside linebacker to safety, what's been, from a schematic standpoint, the toughest part adjusting?
I'm being 100% honest with you, Coach. Understanding coverage, because so in JUCO I played outside backer for a year, and again that was a change for me because through high school I played D-line. Like I said, I've always loved the game, but I've always focused. When I was a player, I was really focused on being the best that I could be where I was, and I'm really doing what I needed to do. So moving into this position, obviously you understand. I understand the basics of cover 2, cover 3, cover 4, and what we're trying what you're trying to achieve, but just understanding different coverages, checks, understanding what we're trying to achieve, because every coach is different. Our DC is different than any DC in the country. You're a DC and you have your philosophy. You're gonna, and so I think that's been the toughest part. Understanding, run game and run fits has been more natural because again, playing D-line, and coaching D-line, that's what I'm watching. That's what I'm looking for most of the time. So transitioning into the next level and looking more into the defensive backfield and understanding route combinations and what the offense is trying to do as far as the pass game has been, I think, the toughest.
And man, to elaborate more with you, Coach. So I was the opposite. I was a DB coach, and then when I got the job here at Concordia, a D-line coach was in place and a DB coach was in place. So I just said, hey, keep those guys there. I'll just become the linebacker coach. You don't realize how much you don't know until you get uncomfortable. Yeah. But I'm so thankful that I was the linebacker coach, because now I tie my coverages to the, not that I wasn't before, but now I can go more in depth with making sure everything, the run fit tie into the coverage. Yeah. Right? And those guys up front. And now I much rather go to inside run than one-on-ones, right? So I DB guys that though. But so I would say, Coach, that's something I think that will help you become a coordinator one day, but then help you become a head coach, because now you're getting it from all different angles.
Absolutely.
Try to challenge coaches to get out of your comfort zone, but then also, hey, switch sides of the ball too.
Yes, sir.
That would take you to another level too. Now you know why they're running inside zone like this, or what they're looking for when you're in this type of front. That was the biggest thing, man. But what's been your favorite drill so far as the DB coach?
So I mean, I coach what we call our invert position. So like I said, it's mostly our we run a 4-2-5, so it's mostly our same backer, but it's also our rover, safety. So if I had to say a favorite drill, I'd definitely say, I think,
maybe your back, grab the belly fat. Is it a pinch?
Because again, if you ask me the favorite drill, it's always going to be something that involves.
Now, how long have you been struggling?
But as far as the defensive backfield, I think just working our cover 3 and cover 4 technique, and even our cover 1 technique. Again, that's not something that I did myself. So getting used to that and coaching it, I've realized that it's uncomfortable and it's different when you have experience. I feel comfortable talking with defensive linemen and coaching them because I did that. I know what's right and what's wrong because I was there. Whereas now, coaching when it comes to coverage and those drills, it's different because I never did it when I played.
Right. So Coach, having the experience of going to a position that you've never played, that it sounds like you ain't have no interest in messing with them little dudes back there. What were some of the things that you did? And I ask this question because we've got folks on the chat line, and there's folks out there that are experiencing some of the same things. So what were some of the things that you've done, and some of the things that you continue to do to prepare yourself for that, to get you acclimated to that? Is it YouTube videos? Like what exactly are you doing to get yourself prepared for that?
I talk to the coaches that are here that are on our staff that do it and that have done it. Over the summer, I spent a lot of time with our defensive coordinator when he first presented the opportunity of moving into the linebacker room and working with that position group to me. I spent a lot of time with him just understanding again what it is that he wants to achieve. Because it's one thing to just simply understand, a coverage, but Coach Watkins, again, you understand this, and Coach T, you too. But every coach has something that specific that they want to achieve and how they want to get that done. So I think that I spent as much time with him as I felt like I necessary, and I still do, as well as talking to our linebackers coach and again just understanding the next level as far as even when it comes to run fits. We watch film all the time, and we'll have guys come in and watch film, and I sit and I take notes and I listen like I'm one of the players still, because I feel like that's the best way to learn and to grow and get better. I do watch a lot of videos, whether that be on Twitter, if I find them, if it's in an email, if it's from the AFCA, like I try to find different ways to improve my knowledge and learn from different people. But the main tool for me is using the guys that are right around me, because they're doing it correctly.
You said 4-2-5, right?
Yes, sir.
And so you're coaching that, just from everybody that's listening, kind of like that fifth guy.
Yeah, that overhand.
Hybrid. Yeah. You guys call him an invert.
Mm-hmm.
So would you equivalent, like that's basically like the tight end to the offensive side, right?
Absolutely.
I say this because how does your coach structure it? Like, are you sometimes with the linebackers, then sometimes you with the DBs? You're kind of like the go-between.
Yeah, no, that's literally what it is. That invert position. Again, depending on what we're doing, it could, more times than not, it's our Sam backer, but it could be our will or our whip. It could be our rover, our outside, our strong safety. So, like I said, we obviously didn't play this fall, and we're not going to play this spring. But when we practice, some days, depending on what the goal is, I'm working with the linebackers. Someday I'm working with the linebackers, and then later on I split off and go and work with safeties. And some days I'm working with that whole group together, where we're working a drill specific to what we're trying to achieve in that spot. It to me has been very beneficial, because it's not just working with the linebackers, but it's also working with the safeties and running.
And I mean, I don't know if you give this away or not. I know they got a lot of secrets out there, but how's that going to the structure, right? Because I battle with that. I'll be honest. I'm like, man, I want my hybrids with my DBs, but then they need to be with my linebackers. So, like, how do you structure that going through your practice plan?
So our Sam is a linebacker. To us, that kid is one of the most important spots on our defense, because he has to do both. He has to be a DB, but he also has to be a linebacker and play in the box and play in the run game. So he, the Sam is in the linebacker room all the time. But again, he's not always the invert. It could be another person. So that's the main group that I work with, but that person is a linebacker. He's in the linebacker.
Okay, I like that.
That's what's up. Coach, before we wrap up, I want to point out something that you said. I don't know if you even know you said it, and I want to make sure that everybody on the chat line and anybody that listens understands it. And you said that what you do is try to figure out what the head coach wants, right? And I think that is important enough to reiterate again, because I think sometimes assistant coaches come in and they see the structure of we're 3-4 or we're 4-3, whatever it is, and that's what they're thinking about, and they're thinking about the 4-3 or the 3-4 that they've run in the past.
Yeah.
But more important to it is what that head coach or what that coordinator wants and what they're looking for.
Absolutely.
And you said that, and it was something that hit a nail on the head for me. So I think can you elaborate just a little bit? How you approach that, because I think it's good for assistant coaches to hear.
Yeah, I mean, football is football, right? No matter where we are, but again, understanding, different coaches have different philosophies and different schemes, and there are other coaches that run a 4-2-5 that may not, approach that the same way as our defensive coordinator does. There are coaches that run 4-3. You know, there are however many schools, however many high schools in this country. Everyone is different. Everyone has a different approach to their game plan and how they approach the game. And so I learned that when I first got here, you know, coaching the defensive line, our D coordinator let me know right away, like, hey, you know, I get it. You played the position. I get it. You're coming from another school, but I'm telling you right now that, you know, we do things a certain way here. This is how we do it. This is how we're going to do it. And you know, you can put your input in, but it doesn't mean it's going to be used. You know what I mean? And so that was something that for me that I took in right away and I've kept with me up until now. And I'll go and ask him when I'm watching film or you know, or if we're working something, I'll say, hey, is this what you're looking for? Because I think that is important. That, you know, we all have to be on the same page. So it's not just a matter of, oh, it's a 4-3, so I'm gonna, you know, run this like this. It's no, this is the way that this is our defense and the way that we're doing it, or this is our offense. What is it that we're trying to achieve? So I think that's extremely important, and that's something that, you know, no matter where I go, moving forward in my career, that, you know, that's something that even as if I become a coordinator, I think that it's again important to understand that, you know, what the head coach is looking for. In recruiting, it's the same way, right? It's not about what you personally think or what you personally looking for. It's about what's right for your team. So, so that's something that I hold true and dearly. So.
Gotcha. Man, that was nuggets right there, Coach.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is the most important question, right? Most important question. Now I know you're engaged, right? But I gotta hear your take on this. I gotta hear it. Beyonce or Rihanna?
Why you know she listening?
Hey, Coach Grigsby, it has been great to hang out with you, my man. Listen, I will not listen. I got the controls going on here. I will not let that occur. I appreciate you, my brother. I appreciate you for showing up. I appreciate you for giving. I appreciate you for giving your time.
Hey,
do this for me. Don't you say a word about Beyonce or Rihanna, but do this. If you don't mind, would you drop some contact information? I know there's some coaches, some other folks out here listening that may want to contact you and you know, get some of your nuggets. If you wouldn't mind dropping a little bit of contact info.
Yes, sir. So you can reach me on Twitter at Coach Griggs. That's GRIGS _43. If you type in my name, my username should pop up. My email is Grigsby, last name at csp.edu. Phone number is 619-384-4181. That's my personal cell. So that's how
personal,
you
man. I like it.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
So
that man's personal. Hold on. Listen. You so personal. I've been knowing Watkins for quite a while, and I still don't think I got his personal cell. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you, Coach. Listen.
He trying to. He got
right. He big time. He big time.
What's up, at?
Grigsby, listen. Appreciate you, brother. The knowledge that you shared, the nuggets that you put out there for us has really helped to cap off what's been an outstanding month. So I wasn't sure we could do any better than any of the guys that we've been doing, but my brother, you've stood right in line and you've capped off this month. So thank you. We appreciate you.
I appreciate it, Coach T, having me, and Coach Watkins. Thanks for asking me to join you guys. It means a lot. You know, like I said, I don't do a lot of public speaking, and that's something that I want to get better at as well. So it's been fun. Thank you.
Man, thank you. Seriously, thank you so much, dude. I'm glad we got to work. When's your wedding?
February 22. So
sweet, man. Sweet.
You're a year away.
Yeah.
Congratulations. I'll be waiting on my invitation in the mail, my man.
Let's go to the after party.
Yeah, that's all I want. I don't really want to go to the wedding. I just want the after party.
I got you.
Right. Coach, you appreciate you, man. God bless.
Thanks, Coach. You guys have a blessed evening.
You too.
You as well. Watkins, my man. Listen, I don't know what to do next Monday, right?
Right.
When we took on this thing, talking about we're gonna do a show a night for 3 weeks straight. I thought, well, that's going to be kind of difficult. But my God, I did. I ain't gonna lie with you. I thought, man, that's, but it has just flown by.
It has.
And the guests we've had, I got to go down the list. And listen, you correct me if I mess up anybody's name. Coaches, everybody that's been on here, y'all know I'm gonna mess up somebody's name. But we had some outstanding guests, and I'd be remiss if we got out of here and didn't run down that line up one more time. We started out with Coach Butler. Then we went with Coach Carter. Then we went with Coach Jason Glasgow from Presentation College. Then we went with Brandon. I chopped up his name the first time. Napoleon.
Yep.
Okay, Brandon Napoleon from Genevieve. And then we had Javier Smith from Olivet College, the wide receivers coach. Then we had the head coach from Hamline, Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly. Chip Taylor. Then we had arena guy, one of your men, Dixie Wooten. And then on the 11th, we had D-line coach McKinley. Then we had Kerry Grigsby. No, I'm sorry. Grigsby, we just had. Grigsby was supposed to be. Coach, you said all of this as we started, right?
Yep.
The 16th, we had Cedric Douglas, the D-line coach from UMass. Then we had a Super Bowl champion. Then we mixed in a Super Bowl champion, Coach June, the outside linebackers coach from UMass. And then yesterday we had HBCU in the house, Coach Kobe. It's been awesome, man. Listen, I wasn't exactly sure how all of this was going to go. You get this open mic, you get this live show, and it's like,
oh yeah.
It's been awesome. It's been awesome. And so listen, I don't know where we're going from this. I'm gonna put it out there. I don't know where we're going from this, but I told production, I think this is a full-time show. I don't know how often we can do it, right? Like, I mean, I think, schedules got to figure it out, but I think this is a full-time show right here.
Absolutely.
What do you think?
I agree. But first I want to say thank you to production. Thank you to Nate. Thank you to Chief Pigskin for giving us this platform. And I was honored that Nate offered me the opportunity to be the co-host here. So thank you for that, for allowing me to bring my friends here and giving them a platform for us, for the world to get to know these amazing coaches. So man, I'm very thankful and grateful that we had this platform. I'm excited to see what the future holds, and
yes, sir.
Glad I got to meet you, Coach T.
Yes, sir. Listen.
I'm a super fan now.
Bro, you got a brother in me now. You got a brother in me. So like when I come that way, I believe I got a couch to sleep on or something.
Let's go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Coach, I appreciate you, my brother. We're gonna see where this thing takes us. Good luck to you all this spring.
Thank you.
Okay, good luck. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then you know how I say it. So until next time, God willing, I'm gonna see you then, my brother.
Have a good one.
You, sir. Yes, sir. Listen, I'm signing out. Chief Pigskin, Nate, thank you. It's been a great time. It's been a great platform. We've gotten to know a lot of outstanding coaches, and the fun times we've had on this chat line has been awesome. Guys, we appreciate you, and as I always say, until next time, God willing, we'll see you.